What's up YouTube? For tonight's video we have a full Great Race team. This was one of probably my favourite episode in the original Pokemon series, and they were really all good. So I remember watching this loads of times when I was a little kid. It was awesome. Anyway, make sure you leave your Pokemon theme team suggestion in the comment section below. You may be picked for a Mystery Monday, which has happened on Monday for once, which is good. Now, the Pokemon that were in this team, I picked all of them, and I didn't have to change any, which was good. And I was going to do a PU tier battle with this team. Okay, so we got two battles tonight. I've got one that I had on stream, and I had one on my chat tonight. If you would like to have a battle against me, check that out in the chat. That's where I get all my battles from. Let's get this one started. I'm versing my biggest fan here at the moment. All right, so we've got a slaking lead here. I just lived that hammer arm there. I'm actually running a choice band set. Max health, max defense. Sorry, max health, max attack. And it does pretty good damage there to Slaking. Slaking is extremely bulky in defense there and health. So it's going to have to swap out due to the Truant. Ditto is going to come in there. Oh, Ditto's got a bow. Did you see that? Now it's going to change into me. So I'm going to go, I went for the Stone Edge again there. Even though Ditto's going to resist that since it transformed into me, it still does some pretty good damage there. Okay, so I'm guessing Ditto's going to be like Choice Scarf, that there's no really other beneficial item for it. It doesn't want to get outspared. So I'm going to go into my Dodrio here, expecting an Earthquake. Okay, so it's going to go for the Aqua Tail, which sucks. It takes over nearly half my health. So I'm running a special Dodrio, which is hype. Going to go for the Hidden Power Ice, and it takes it out. So I'm a nice little early lead there. This special Dodrio is really fun. Okay, so we have the Dedenne coming out here. Expecting some sort of electric type move, so I don't want to stay into this one. Hidden Power Ice definitely won't take it out. It's very, very weak on Dodrio. Just running a special set is very weak. Okay, so I'm going to swap in Rhyhorn again, so Nuzzle, that was handy, but I knew that even if I swapped it in for electric type move, it was going to go down again, so it was pretty much just fodder there, so I was happy with that one. Now I can swap in something that's better suited for it. So I thought, well, oh bugger it, let's go for Explosion, because in the Great Race, it does go explode when Team Rocket digs a hole underneath it, because they'll sabotage in the race. So I thought that'd be pretty fitting for this battle. So I go boom, and that takes Dedenne out. Lucky it didn't have a Focus Sash or some item like that, and we take each other out, so that's pretty good. So it's two Pokemon down at the moment. This was actually a really, really fast battle too. Okay, so Slaking is going to come in. I'm like, okay, it may be using Retaliate. I wonder what item it actually has. So the Scarf is real here, and that's going to take me out there. So rip Rapidash. I was running a special Rapidash on this one. It's going to go for the Fire Blast, and that's my Rapidash down. Okay, so the good thing is here, I was like, well, Slaking is going to have to swap out here because of Truant. So what I can do, right, is I can go for the Tri-Attack Choice Specs and hope I can get a Scumbag, para Freeze, whatever you like. Okay, so Farrah's going to come in, frisks out my item, see that I've got Choice Specs. It was probably going to be obvious after this anyway. Okay, so that does nice damage there for Farrah. Nearly takes it out. Farrah's going to go outspeed me and go for the Double Edge there, and that's going to take me out. Rip. So, yeah. What was that dude's name again? I think it was Damien? Dario? I think it's Dario. So Dario just got wrecked there. So Farrah actually goes down to the Life Orb damage there and the recoil. So that was crazy. Okay, so 3 Pokemon down and 4 Pokemon down on my side. Okay, so it's quite funny. We both had a Rapidash, and I'm going to swap in my Onix here. So I've got Onix has a whopping 40 base attack in attack. So I'm going to get a Drill Run there, and that's going to do a little bit over 3/4 of my health. I've got Weakness Policy on this one, which is cool. I expected a Drill Run or a Low Kick or something from Rapidash. I went for the Rock Polish here. Now I've got loads of speed. I can pretty much outspeed any Pokemon and Choice Scarf Pokemon too. And I'm going to go for the Earthquake here. That is definitely going to take Rapidash out. I was hoping it didn't have any crazy items like Focus Sash. So that's down. Okay, so there's a Slaking left, which I thought may come in because it's very bulky in defense. So I've got Flail on this thing too, but unfortunately I didn't quite, I wasn't in the range of Flail's maximum base power, so I had to go for Earthquake, and the Slaking just hangs on and uses Earthquake itself and takes me out, so that sucks. Down goes my Onix. Onix is really good actually in a lot of battles. I actually got some good sweeps with it. If you want me to put that up, I can. Okay, so anyway, into Nidorino. My last Pokemon. This is a Hustle Nidorino here. Works pretty nicely. I'm just going to go for the Drill Run there and take out the Slaking. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, I actually thought they may actually swap out of that and into the Ninetales. That's why I went for the Drill Run. Anyway, so the last Pokemon is Ninetales here. The light has turned harsh. I know I'm going to get hit by like a flamethrower. It actually goes for Psychic here. So like, okay, that's cool. I've got Everlight, so I tanked that one really nicely. Go for the drill run here. It doesn't miss, which is I'm very thankful for. Nearly takes the Ninetales out. Ninetales, I was like, shit, has that got weakness policy? But it had leftovers instead. Now, I had Psycho Punch on this set. I was like, this should just take it out. And it goes for the Psycho Punch and takes it out with the crit. I'm not actually sure if that crit even mattered. Someone could do the calcs for that. I was running adamant. I'm not sure what that one was anyway. But damn, that was a close battle. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Alright, so this one's against Tall Jesus on my chat. Leading with Onyx this time. That weakness policy set you just seen. Alright, so we have a Snubble lead here, which isn't too great for me. And that's going to drop my massive 40 base attack, so I'm going to have to swap out there. It's going to really do no damage. So I thought, let's go into Rapidash here and see what this thing's going to do. Alright, so the Snubble swaps out too, so it was a double swap on that turn. And straight into that Pineco, so a nice match up there for me. Definitely predicted that one. So Hypnosis misses. Pineco actually goes for the Pain Split there. So best Pain Split 2016 there, breaking its. I'm not sure if it had what ability it had there, but anyway, that was fairly good. So Rapidash was pretty good against this team. I was running a special set here, right? So I went for the Fire Blast. I probably should have gone for the Fire Blast on the first turn, but I didn't think Pineco would actually stay into that one. Okay, so Fire Blast there does pretty good damage there to Snubble. I can see it's definitely bulky there in special defense, and definitely got Everlight there. So Roselia comes out. I don't think they had too much to check this Fire Blast at the moment. I knew this would probably live this because it's very specially defensive with Everlight as well. So I'm guessing the whole Pineco Roselia sort of core, or with the Snubble there. Anyway, so Snubble's going to come back in to tank this. I only had a certain amount of PP on this too, so I guess I got 3 in a row was pretty lucky for me. I normally miss after like the first one, or even on the first one. So that's Snubble down. So a good start there. Now we have this Murkrow. So I was like, I wonder what Murkrow set this is, because it can run multiple ones. So I thought I'd save my Rapidash because that's pretty handy. I thought, okay, well, Rhyhorn would be a nice swap in here. I can go for the Stone Edge. Okay, so Murkrow's going to go for the Prankster substitute here. So as soon as I saw me look, I'm like, okay, it's the usual Perishong trapping set. So stupid me, actually, I was going to go for Aqua Tail and I pressed Payback. So and I was Choice Banded. So that's kind of where I messed this part up. So I couldn't do anything else. And it's pretty much here. I just sped this bit up here. It's going to Perish trap me in and swap out at the last moment. Okay, I had Stone Edge too, but I didn't really want to go for that because the same thing would have happened. I would have eventually missed or run out of PP, and then it would have just had the free substitute up anyway. So there wasn't too much I could do in this situation here. Even Aqua Tail could have missed at 90. 90 accuracy too. What I had Earthquake as well, so I couldn't use that. I had Earthquake, Aqua Tail, Payback, and Stone Edge. That was the set I ran on it. Okay, so Perish count is down to 1. He's obviously got to swap out the Murkrow here so it doesn't die. I couldn't swap out there due to the mean look. And Mordo's going to come in, and that's going to pretty much be the death of my Rhyhorn here. I go for Payback, so I'm locked into that one. That does alright, does a little bit of damage to Mordo. And that's my Rhyhorn down there. Okay, so I thought, well, let's swap in my Onyx here. I might be able to, scare this thing off. So I wasn't sure if I had an Aqua Jet either. I've run Amoldo lots of different sets. Anyway, so Pineco's going to come in here. I'm going to go for Rock Polish, right? So I've got my speed up, which is cool. I thought Armoldo might be tempted to go for like an Earthquake or something. So here I'm going to go for the Stone Edge on Pineco. Man, that is so bulky in defense with Everlight. It's going to set up the Stealth Rocks there, which is going to be unfortunate for my Rapidash. Right, so I go for Stone Edge again. That's nearly going to be enough to take it out. So it's actually a 3-hit KO there with Onyx's mighty attack. Now it's going to go for that Gyro Ball, and holy shit, that does some damage to me. But it actually activates my weakness policy at the same time. So I thought it may actually swap out here and maybe like go into something different. So I went for the Earthquake, and they didn't swap out, and it still stayed in and didn't kill it. So it goes for Pain Split here, which actually wasn't too bad. For me, because that actually is going to power up my Flail like a little bit more. So I just went for Flail, and that's going to take the Pineco out there. I didn't really want to go for the Flail there or the Stone Edge. I didn't want to really miss there. Okay, so anyway, that was down, thankfully. So our Mortal comes in. I'm like, this is probably going to have Aqua Jet, and yeah, it did. So that's going to take my Onyx out there. But that was cool. It did pretty well there against some of those other Pokemon. So I'm going to swap in my Rapidash here. Now, I was thinking, should I go for the Fire Blast here, or should I risk it? I decided not to risk it and go for the Solar Beam instead. I've got Power Herb on this thing. I know I was missing out on Stab here, but it had nice base power, and I didn't, I knew this would be the point where I probably would miss the Fire Blast, and it would suck. So I went for Solar Beam, and it doesn't take it out, but it does a fair chunk of damage to Armaldo. I'm going to get stoned. It's quite funny, because he went for a more riskier move than Fire Blast there, and that took my Rapidash out. So there you go. So I'm going to swap in my Electrode here. Now I'm running a Choice Scarf Electrode, which is, I know you probably think is a bit strange. I'm running a max attack, max special attack with Choice Scarf and Aftermath. Armaldo just goes for the Acrojet there to get a little bit of damage on. There's not much point swapping it out there. And I'm just going to Volt Switch and get rid of it. Thankfully, that's pretty scary poke. Okay, so we have the Roselia left on a little bit of health. We've got the Murkrow left, just basically that trapping Pokemon. And I've got my Dodrio swapping in here. Okay, so taking a little bit of damage there from the Stealth Rocks, and Murkrow comes out. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to trap myself into Tri-Attack. That won't be too bad. I might be able to get like a Scumbag Hacks or something. That'd be pretty cool. So going for the Tri-Attack here. And now, it didn't look like it had any attacking moves, right? So it had Sub, Roost, Mean Look, and Perisong. So it didn't have any trapping, attacking moves at all there. Okay, so it's going to set up the Perisong. That's cool. I'm going to go for the Tri-Attack here. I'm just going to get as much damage as I can. So I thought, it can't really use Mean Look because it's going to have to roost up in health. So it has to, usually has to be behind a Sub to get that Mean Look up. I didn't have any Infiltrator Pokemon either, so it sucked. And Dodrio was just a choice-based gimmick, so I just wasn't doing enough damage there. I get a nice little crit there. That was pretty handy there, but it pretty much can just keep using Roost, and there's not too much I can do here. We're pretty much both going to have to swap at the end of the Perisong, and I'm going to take a little bit more damage to the Stealth Rock. That'll probably be how it goes here. Okay, so it goes down to 1. As I said, we both had to swap here. So I thought, I wonder what I should swap into here. What should I go into? I thought, let's go into my Electrode, because I might be able to get a Volt Switch off on the next Pokemon. That'd be quite handy. Or I could go Explosion on whatever comes in there. I did kind of want to save Electrode for Murkrow, though, at the same time, because Volt Switch would be hitting that reasonably hard. Okay, so Heatmore comes in here. Wasn't sure what this thing was going to be, physical or whatever, so I was like, oh, bugger, let's just go for Explosion. Let's get some damage on this thing. I was running I was running a special attack boosting nature, but I still had max attack EVs, but obviously with its subpar attack, it didn't really do enough damage there to take it out. But if I had normal gem, it might have done that. Anyway, so I'm going to swap in my Nidorina here. This is my Hustle Sweeper. Now, I'm probably fearing a ground move there. I thought, it could be good to go for the Hone Claws there, but I thought, bugger it, let's go for Poison Jab, get some damage on here. So Poison Jab misses there with the Hustle. Thankfully, it hits the Roselia, and that's going to take it out there, which is nice. Okay, so I had 2 Pokemon left, and we had the Heatmore and the Murkrow. So I knew the Murkrow would come out here and try and start the little substitute sort of business again. So I thought it made Roost there, but it sets up the substitute, probably hoping that I'll miss. But regardless, it got a free turn to get a Roost up behind the sub anyway. Okay, so it's going to go for the Perisong here. I need to break that sub. So with the Hone Claws up now, there's basically no chance of me missing my 100% accuracy moves, which is good because I really couldn't afford to miss at this point in the game. So I'm going to break that sub quite easily there. So I knew that whatever EVs this was running, it was at least a 2. It was minimum 2 hit KO. It's quite powerful too with the after 1 Hustle too and the Hone Claws. Okay, so it gets half its health back, but Poison Jab is going to be easily enough to take that one out there. So that's the Murkrow down, which is nice because that was really annoying. Okay, so my Nidoran's last Pokemon that I thought I could, I wasn't too sure about what item this thing had, so I just went for Sucker Punch here because I knew that it would be attacking me, and Sucker Punch is going to be enough to take it out, and that is game. So I hope you guys enjoyed these battles. Peace out.
Bye.